Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you do not know, my name is Ollie and today's video is 10 ways to be more positive in your everyday life. I feel like on my channel I've done a lot of positivity videos and confidence videos and things like that and self-help. I realised I've never just given you like my main top tips, I don't think, of like how I just feel and stay more positive. Like I've done my self-care, what I do for self-love and all of that, but like to be positive and like not let negativity affect you or get in your head or anything. So that is what today is. It's just a list of like the top 10 easiest things you can do. Some are easy, some are not. You kind of have to get your head around them, and some do take work, but if you want a positive life, you gotta put in the work to get there. So let's get straight on to the video. Number one, sounds silly, sounds weird, but it simply is the easiest thing you can do to literally feel more positive. And I think this is scientifically proven. Smile more, smile every day, smile whenever you can. If you feel down, apparently if you smile for just 30 seconds, you let off like endorphins, whatever it is, serotonin, I think you let off serotonin. You let off something which makes you feel really happy and really good. Honestly, smile more. Look in the mirror and just smile. It sounds weird, it sounds like crazy, but smiling makes you feel a lot more positive because you're not frowning, you're not crying, you're smiling, you're happy. It worked, try it. Number two is have actual time out for yourself. Like not just like, oh, it's a weekend, I'm having time out, but when you do jobs all weekend, you're like dead busy or whatever. Like actually have time out for yourself, whether it's putting your phone away for a bit or saying no to plans to look after yourself and do some self-care or self-love. Like actually take time out of your schedule or whatever and just be with yourself and look after yourself. Try and do it weekly, I think. I think if you do it monthly, it's too far apart. You'll feel much better because you've given yourself the time and the love and the nurture that you need. Number three is one which I defo had to teach myself and still sometimes catch myself doing wrong. But if you get this right, it really changes a lot about your mind. And number three is speak to yourself how you would speak to other people. So when you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, I don't like that, oh, I look fat here, or like, oh, I'm too skinny, or oh, that spot's really ugly. Like, would you say that to your best friend or your girlfriend or boyfriend or your family? No. I feel like we've become very comfortable insulting ourselves. Why should you do that? Like, talk to yourself how you talk to your friend. If your friend's down or whatever, you're not gonna be like, yeah, and you look quite fat as well. You wouldn't do that. So don't say that to yourself. Like, don't look in the mirror and just criticize yourself, or don't be like, oh, I hate that about me, because you wouldn't say that about someone else. So it'd be like, look in the mirror and be like, oh, you look really nice today, or oh, I like that about myself, or oh, don't be down, you've got all these amazing things. Talk to yourself how you would talk to other people, kind of thing. Like, everyone is always their biggest critique, and like that's fine, that's great to like progress and all of that. Still love yourself and still talk to yourself with respect, niceness, because it's like you're bullying yourself essentially. You talk to yourself with kindness and love and respect, and trust me, that one, if you start doing that, you become more confident, you become like happy, that one changes a lot. Number four, when you are with your friends or family or whoever, don't spend your time slagging off other people or talking about other people, because you're putting that kind of negative energy into your friendship group. You're like surrounding yourself with like the negative energy, which is why I kind of don't understand like people who just talk about other people the whole time or anything, because I'm like, you've got better things to talk about your life and what's going on. Like, don't spend your whole life talking and judging other people. Focus on yourself and talk about yourself, or talk about how your day's been, or talk about your friend, like who you're talking to. Don't spend your time talking and being negative about other people. You can't be positive if all you're talking about is negative. You have to be positive to be positive. You have to talk about positivity to be positive. Number five, I only started this one at the start of the first ever lockdown, and this is start your morning as you mean to go on. So like for me, I make my bed every single morning because it's like a job done. Like first, as soon as I wake up, I've done something productive. I've done something which I know I will be thankful for later on in the day. Like when I have like lazy mornings in bed and stuff, it honestly ruins my entire day. So like when I wake up, I try my best to get up, get out of bed, shower, be productive, because it kind of sets up your entire day. If you wake up and your first thing is like, oh, I can't be bothered today, you're going to carry it on throughout the whole day. Like your first initial thoughts in the morning, for me, I feel like set up your entire day. To make your morning like a really good, positive, productive morning, and it'll pay off throughout the day. And then if you get into that routine, you just have a good day every day. Obviously, unless something bad happens, but like if nothing's going on, you just get into a really good, healthy, positive routine. That's fun. Like that changes kind of like your whole lifestyle. You know, like wake up, rise and shine, jump out of bed. I got a good playlist on in the morning. There's nothing better than putting like a good vibe playlist on, getting ready to music, like having fun, start your day well. Number six, meditate. Meditating for me, I've done for years and years now. It kind of just like takes you to a different headspace, and it makes you like realize visualize and see things differently, and like there's so many different types of meditation, but it's like the best thing ever. I feel like it's hard to get into meditation because it's like, well, what is it? It's just lie there, but it's kind of just like being with yourself, because there's so many like different paths of meditation. Like I like visualization meditations, I like manifestation meditations. I love them, I always do them. So like when you give them to you like imagine and you picture your dream life, and it makes you feel so good. Like, everything you want, you can like manifest and meditate. So if you get to a routine of that, like your life becomes so much better because you're constantly living essentially and breathing your dream life. Eventually, when you do it that often, you end up living your dream life before it's even in a reality, and then it'll definitely come into reality. So meditation, I'd recommend to every single person. Number 7, which I've mentioned before, you can do it in the morning, afternoon, evening, whenever, a gratitude journal. I like to do these ones at night times, like after a long day, like you write down what you're grateful for that day, what went well, like all of that stuff. You reflect on the day, you're like, okay, I'm really grateful that the ham sandwich I had at lunch, or I'm really grateful that my mum made me a dead nice dinner tonight. Like, you're grateful for all the small, you can write big things or small things. I like to do small things because I think if you appreciate all the small things, you'll never be disappointed. I feel like if you only appreciate the big things, like big spenny things, all the small things become mundane and they're not very exciting. Whereas if I appreciate all the small things, everything's exciting and it's new and it's like, wow, like
beans on toast. Ooh.
I love beans on toast personally. Be grateful for everything and anything. Gratitude is very important, and practicing your gratitude towards things and people and everything, that's a good one as well. Gratitude and practicing your gratitude is very important. Number 8, I do not do this one that much, but like when I have done it, I know I always feel more positive. It's read more books. Get away from the telly, get away from screen, and just read more books. If it's like self-help mind books, they're amazing. If it's like a storybook, I feel like them fine. I love watching TV, I love series, I love movies, I love that. But when I read a book, especially one which is like the brain training one, I always feel more positive after reading them than I do watching TV. Try and read more books, because 1, you learn so much during reading, and 2, it's a good way to switch off and to be more positive and like with yourself. Number 9 is important, and not a lot of people do this, and people find it very hard. Self-reflect. You don't have to do this every day or whatever, but like every now and again, just self-reflect. What do you like about yourself and what do you not like about yourself? And whatever you like about yourself, keep going. Love that. What you don't like about yourself, try and change, try and alter. Like, don't change who you are. Try and improve, try and self-improve and reflect and be like, okay, I'm a little bit selfish when it comes to this. I could just try and be a bit more selfless. So self-reflection is very good, it's very important. Well, it's not that easy to do, because people find it really hard talking about what they don't like about themselves. It's a really good thing to do, and you'll really start noticing a difference if you start self-reflecting on things are right or wrong. Like, it's a great thing to do. And the final one, which is one which I always talk about, and you probably all sick of me hearing this, but living for yourself and living your life for you. That's the most important thing I think in life, is just live for you. Like, don't live for social media, don't live for your friends, don't live for your family. Like, live a life that you want. Don't apologise for who you actually are. Don't apologise for wanting to have a certain job or career or relationship if people don't like it. Like, so what? It is your life. As long as you're not hurting anyone or causing harm to anyone, live life for you, and you will be so positive and so happy. Like, life is short, especially when we've just lost like a year and a half in lockdown. You can see how quick life and normal life can be taken away, really. Live life for you and live it to the best you can every single day for who you are. All anyone wants to do is just be who they are and live their best life. And that one is where I'm going to leave it. They are my biggest top 10 tips for being more positive, being more happy, enjoying life, enjoying who you are, loving who you are, all of that. And trust me, if you put all 10 of them into practice, you will feel a lot more positive. Also, I know I've done a few videos sat down here now. I used to obviously normally sit in the chair and it's like just that, but I quite like this background. If I'm wrong and it looks awful, let me know, but I quite like it. I mean, I wish I had a candle lit there, but I quite like it. Just a side note. I'm going to leave today's video here. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you smash a like button and subscribe to the channel down below so you don't miss another video from me. If you're going to put any of these steps into place or you do any, please let me know in a comment or DM me and we can talk more or whatever. Because honestly, I think these steps have really changed my life for like so much more. Like, every time I've learned one of these steps or put them into practice, I couldn't feel happier. Like, I just feel so happy, and like things don't bother me or like get me down, and it's the best thing ever. It really, really is. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon with another video. Thank you.